You're listening to Say It Common. I'm just saying it, the waffle, as a waffle, is absolutely obnoxious. Hey, this is just a song that fits in between genres. We're really trying to tell you that we're down-home folks without saying we're country, because we don't want the connotation of being good old boys.
I trade my truck for an iPhone 1. Turns out it was stolen and no longer worked.
No.
The gods don't interfere with what may or may not be a cursed weapon. She didn't care when freaking a demon was in our party. Why would she give a crap about a cursed act?
That's funny.
What are you doing? Oh my God! What is happening?
This is why we did Say It Common, just for these kind of moments right here.
Keep talking. What are you waiting on? I don't know what y'all are waiting on.
You're listening to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. I'm AJ Cannon.
Tyrell Merle.
Ryan Armstrong.
Yeah, that's what we were waiting on right there. I thought it was just me and Tyrell, and we did our own intro, and then Ryan walked in, so we started over. Anyway, a little short-handed today so far, but we're going to be playing episode 41.
I'm assuming Seth will be here.
Yeah, he's getting chickens shortly,
Oh.
or like tomorrow, or I don't know. He said
Okay,
he was
okay.
getting ready for chickens.
I just had to do that last week.
Yeah, so he said he didn't know if he'd be here for Say It in Common, and he might roll in right before the game or something. So
yeah.
we'll get set up and be ready for him. I mean, I guess this episode is still brought to you by Tiger Skull RPG.
We haven't heard any different.
I meant to send him a message through the week. I mean, I talked to him just randomly here and there. I saw a picture of him walking around with his kid the other day, so...
How's his video game coming?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything from... Oh, hold on. Here we have an ad from Tiger Skull RPG. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. This episode and every episode is brought to you by Tiger Skull RPG. And Tiger Skull RPG miniatures are back in limited quantity. Visit at tigerskullrpg.com, grab a skeleton or something even more vile, and use our code Commoners30 for 30% off everything in the store. Got some nasty stuff going on here. Love to see it. Love to see Tiger Skull RPG back in action. So go support Tiger Skull RPG. Support us. Use our code. Love to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually need to get some stuff to use in my home game.
And do some Tiger Skull RPG stuff.
Yeah. I probably won't use their backstories because my world is different.
Well, he's not even doing the backstories anymore. It's just miniatures. But
Okay,
if you want some of the old stuff, I can send it to you. I've still got it.
Yeah.
Or I can print it for you or whatever.
Speaking of which, I still have that dragon that I haven't picked up from you.
Yeah, it's sitting on top of my sound bar on top of my TV. Sitting there pretty. He looks good there. May just leave him.
I mean, I'm actually past... I didn't know what direction they were going to go, so I actually had 4 different full-size dragon minis.
So you had some other ones already or what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple I'd bought. There's a Elemental Evil set of minis that had some dragons in it. Did the dog just open the door?
Hey there, Bella.
I saw a body for a second, I think. There it is. There's the body.
I was real confused.
Oh, it's sad.
We thought Bella had opened the door.
Are you done working?
I'm done working.
Well,
I need a shower.
okay, we'll go ahead and take a shower. We just started. I didn't expect you this early.
We got a lot done fast.
Okay, we'll go ahead and talk about the game. And then you can come in for your common life and tell us about your near-death experience.
Oh, yeah, that hasn't been on Set in Common yet.
Look, he's still bandaged.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Getting close.
Oh, okay. The DM has arrived. And, yeah, I still need to hear that whole story. I still don't even know the whole story that much.
It was crazy.
A lot of common life stuff to cover.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I'm more excited to hear your common life stuff, AJ.
Why?
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, I always have a lot
Just
going
started a new business.
on. We'll get to that.
Engaged to be married.
No,
What?
not
What?
the least bit true.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. AJ Cannon, engaged to be married.
Not
He's
engaged.
Off the market, ladies. It's off the market.
Off the market, but not engaged to be married.
Like, you're not off the market until there's a ring on the finger.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm off the market.
I don't see a ring.
I'm not looking around. Well, I'm not going to wear an engagement ring, so even if we were engaged, I wouldn't be off the market because I wouldn't have a ring on.
Well, I mean, there's a ring involved at that point.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be wearing it.
I mean, someone would be.
Okay, anyway. Keeping it common about episode 40 of the campaign.
Like a Wookiee. Or not a Wookiee. Ewok. She looks like an Ewok.
Yes, she does.
She looks like an Ewok.
Little Ewok. You're such a crazy dog.
Sorry, keeping it common.
Keeping it common, episode 40. What's going on with Thren? There were whispers. We don't know. People have been asking questions.
It's been a while since we heard whispers go on.
Yeah.
I know you probably can't tell us, but
No.
it's Thren turning into... He just had to play a damn peer, so...
That's what I'm thinking.
He was like,
I am
listen,
thinking
Seth, if we're going to
they
kill
are gonna
Corvus,
go
I have to still have a damn
like
peer.
a race change.
But we don't know how vampires work in this world, so how would he be changed? Because I got bit.
Yeah, but they had him for, I don't know, the time scale in
3 or 4 days.
inside Galeport we were, 3 or 4 days there that they had him?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. That was a
Let's
while.
see. I don't even think we can track it back down at this point. Okay, let's see. They got him the day we got there.
Yeah.
Day 2,
Was Dewberry?
not yet. We staked him out, or we killed the dudes. Day 3, we fought Dewberry.
Yeah. Day 2, we surveilled the orphanage.
The market and the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Day 4. Wait, did y'all go to the orphanage on day 2?
Yes.
Then we killed Dewberry that night. No, we killed Dewberry
Day 3 was killing Dewberry.
Day 4.
Was going back to the orphanage. Because I know there was one day between the first time we surveilled it and
Yeah.
then going back.
So we got back there on day 4.
Gillard wanted to go that night, and we went to Dewberry that
We got
night
back
instead.
there day 4, and they had left.
Yep. And then we stayed another day before Thren showed back up. So they had him 5 days.
Yeah. Ish.
More or less, yeah.
I mean, loss of blood or maybe sick.
Elves don't get sick.
You kidding me? I don't know how the elves work in this setting.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know what's going on with him. But anyway, yeah, I'm interested to see how that plays out.
We need to turn our cleric loose on him. Hit him with a
That's the thing, we didn't have Buck
cure
last
disease. But Oris did hit him with lesser restoration.
Yeah.
And didn't do anything.
No.
Those 2 little marks are still down on a sheet.
Game. Are you exhausted?
no.
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 You're not hindered right now at all. There's just something weird going on.
Maybe. I can't remember. It's been so long now, I can't remember.
I just finished listening to it.
I just listened to it
I
like
don't
last
think
week.
so.
I just mixed it.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I just listened to it, and I don't think anyone's exhausted anymore. When we're actually fresh.
Once we got that last rest,
Yep.
we were good. And we're at the old castle.
Yep.
And you and Gillard just jetted back from the crazy
Yes.
dogs, and Buck and Rask just showed up.
Yep.
We're
And that's
all
where-
we're all
and it's
caught
1
back
o'clock.
up.
I don't know, for some reason.
I did remember that. Yeah, we
Oddly
made sure to
specific.
know. Yeah,
On it is 1 o'clock.
yeah, that was what we said right before it ended.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've run into this blight. We're going to find the dragon. Now, the question for you, I would think it would be a Vistard and Buck question. Like, magically, is there anything we can do? Like, how are we going to approach this dragon situation?
I'm afraid it's going to fall on Buck to do, because like we examined
Are there
it,
spells?
It's not to do with anything plant based. It's not a natural blight, and I've had all my healing
You don't have any
locked
type
out.
of healing magic, right? I just thought some of those restoration spells. I didn't know if you'd have those or not.
No, I don't even have restoration.
Okay.
I do not have any form of arcane healing.
Okay.
There is actually a spell that I noticed last time that I'm going to ask Seth about. It's called Wither and Bloom. And it actually has a small amount of healing to it. It's like an area damage. It's like you're sucking the life out of everything around you to like pull back.
I like that.
And yeah,
Does it
I'm
just
actually
affect
going to
you?
ask.
Or could you give it to anybody? Like the healing property, does it only come to you?
I think I can give it to anyone.
You like store it up?
No, it's at one time.
Okay.
Like
so
cast on a target.
So you can
and then
cast it
a
on me
radius.
30 feet away, and I would suck up the plant life around
Yes.
me.
Yep.
Whoa, somebody else already here. Who do we got? What do we got? It's Dustin!
Where's Seth?
He's in the shower.
Papa G.
Okay, let's pause, and I'll get more mics set up. What were we talking about? We were talking about
We're still
the dragon and how you were talking about that.
Yeah, you were
spell.
asking
Ask
if
Seth
I
about
could
that
cure the
spell.
blight.
Yeah, but ask him about that spell you were telling us about.
Oh, like I know I have no healing.
Did y'all not listen to the last episode? No more magic. We're done. It's done.
There's a spell that I actually saw last game. It's called Wither and Bloom.
That's got to be a Magic the Gathering.
It's like it sucks all the life from around you and does a small amount of healing.
Okay.
Would that be allowed?
For a druid, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I thought
that was the only reason.
Self-heal, right?
That was the only reason.
No, he could cast
I think I
anything
can-
in the area.
Yeah, I can target a different creature with the.
Yeah, I like that because it's not a celestial.
Yeah,
healing
that's what I
spell.
thought. It's very
Exactly what
druid
I thought.
flavored. You know, it's not just healing.
Yeah.
It's a very druid flavored.
Yeah.
also,
It's
if
very
they're not
evil,
surrounded.
even almost. Like
Yeah.
you're
I mean, it's technically necromancy.
reminds me of Aragon.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of.
But even the name Witherbloom,
Great power, but at
sounds
what
like
cost?
That Magic the Gathering set that was out for the schools, the 4 schools.
That may be why I didn't see it before this. It may have
probably
been
a fan
added
thing
in
or
with
something.
yeah.
Is it an official spell or is it something you made?
No, it's official.
Okay. They may have came out in Tasha's then.
Or it might have come out in that book. What's that book for the 4 schools?
Strixhaven.
It might be a Strixhaven book.
Curriculum of Chaos. Yeah, they could be, yeah.
It's got to be almost. I almost because Witherbloom is one of the schools at Strixhaven, or one of the classes, or whatever. One of the 4 divisions of Strixhaven School.
Yeah.
Sometimes I miss Magic the Gathering, and then
Well, I
A
mean,
lot of times I don't.
they make both of them, and then they did do a D&D set for Magic the
Yeah.
Gathering, so it would make sense that they also mix some Magic the Gathering stuff in D&D. Planeswalkers are sweet, and the actual stories that go along with them is really, really cool. Like the new one, Phyrexia All is One. Oh, it's gonna be so exciting.
man, if Garuk comes back, I don't know. I might have to get it back again.
If he comes back, they're killing off some Planeswalkers. Is that I think a lot of fans are speculating that Jace is gonna die because he's being completed. That's the thing that Phyrexians do when they make them perfect. They call them complete. Jace is supposed to be getting a complete form. The set's out. I just haven't looked at all the cards yet. But there's been a lot of exciting stuff. The Wanderer is on Phyrexia as well, and some weird stuff's going on with the Wanderer.
How do you
Spark.
read this lore?
Mostly, I've read what people talk about it, and then actually finding it, I'd have to actually look it up.
They write source
do.
material to make these cards make sense, right? That's very
The cards are supposed to be events that occurred during the story.
Yeah.
So
That's very cool.
there's one of the Planeswalkers who's really popular right now. I can't remember her name, but she's getting like something's happening to her, and the card was something about like duality or something, and it's her being split, and it's really cool looking. Like all the cards basically depict events or are items in a certain time in their history. There's a new mechanic that's coming out called Battle, and people are assuming it's going to be
saying, "I'll give you something crunchy."
Yeah.
That's all it was.
The new battle mechanic is there's a lot of speculation around it. I should know by now because new Phyrexia All is One is out now, but I haven't been following the cards. I've been too busy this week. Everything seems to be happening right now, and I haven't had enough time to keep up with any one thing.
But yes, I allow that spell. It's a cool spell.
You can heal.
Only by sucking the life out of
How
everything
much
else.
healing is it? Did you look it up?
It's I don't know, like 1d8, 2d8. It's not
On
much.
what level?
Oh, it's not based off the damage you dealt.
No.
Oh, I thought it was based off damage. So you damage everyone a little bit and then heal someone a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, it damages people too?
I don't remember.
Oh, I thought you were just saying it sucked plant life.
Oh, it was that. I assumed it was damage, but maybe it was just I don't know, cosmetic.
It sucks it out of the nature. Isn't it?
Yeah.
2d6
Oh, okay.
on failed con save. The plants can't make con save, so it's automatic fail. Any non-magical vegetation in the area automatically withers. One creature in the area can spend and roll one unspent hit die
Oh, that's actually not conventional healing.
and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus my spellcasting mod. So they get to spend a hit die.
Do they have to be
Plus 5.
awake or like conscious to do this? Do you think?
I would think so.
Doesn't say so. It's one creature of your choice in the area.
Is there a limit to the hit die they can spend?
So that could be that's a
Oh,
ranged heal.
Then
save.
yeah, that could be a.
I thought it was in the air.
It's what's the range?
It's
on it?
AOE, but he can cast.
60-foot range, 10-foot radius.
What level is
A
this?
10-foot radius. So it kills. So if you heal someone 60 foot away, it kills everything underneath them, all the grass and
Yes.
stuff underneath them. Very interesting. So if
What,
you're saying if you're in a city, like on a cobble street, it wouldn't work, right?
It would suck the life out of the. I don't know. That
Yeah,
one-
every creature in the area
Okay.
of my choice.
Oh,
Every creature of
that
my
actually makes
choice
it better.
in the area makes a con save, 2d6 on fail, or half on success.
so you don't have to hurt the person that's in there already.
No.
Right.
Okay.
And non-magical vegetation in the area automatically withers.
I mean, technically. You
So
can
I'm saying
suck
if
the
someone
life-
was alone on a cobble street and you did that spell,
I mean, you can suck the. life out of the
Mechanically,
air.
they still get the healing.
okay.
Flavorfully,
Flavorfully, I would say it has to hurt something
yeah.
to get something.
Even if it's just plant life.
Even if it was just like
But if
fact,
you were,
I'll probably agree
if
with
somebody
that.
was
Just
surrounded,
cast it.
if you were surrounded by enemies,
yeah, if it was surrounded.
Right, that's the ideal way to use it, but
Yeah.
so it's that same base as long as if he's in a city though and there's no enemies around, it would
So if
really
you're
fail.
surrounded by people, 10-foot area, 10-foot radius.
sphere.
Okay, 10-foot
10-foot
sphere.
sphere.
10-foot radius sphere.
That's a 20-foot area.
Okay,
yeah.
and up. So
Yeah.
you can hurt a lot of people with a D6, just one D6 or 2D6.
2d6.
Wow,
Well, wait, what level did you say it was? I didn't hear you.
Second level.
Second.
You can
Second.
spam
that's
that.
the
a
thing,
strong second level spell. Could be, depending on
It's yeah.
grouping. That's cool. Yeah, I'll allow it. Have I ever told y'all no, except for the range ceiling?
couple things.
Just the range ceiling thing.
Yeah.
There's one of us you should have
And
said
y'all
no.
sneak it in anyway, so.
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking
Y'all-
about
one
if
person.
if we were to try to heal the dragon, we were trying to see. I was asking if Vistrid could have anything to do that, but we're thinking it's going to rely on.
Yeah,
Buck.
but like I said, I don't have any form of, I don't even have less.
Well, we don't even know what it's going to take anyway. I think we just have to talk to the guy. But if he's not reasonable, we just have to be prepared to kill him.
That's what I've been wondering is who's the I guess it would be technically Vistrid. Who's the closest that could like alchemy experiments and stuff. That was my goal. I think when we ended last time was I want to see if we could collect some of the blight or some of the infection.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then-
not proficient with.
And then like expose it to different types of damage and see if we
Thran
can.
doesn't have alchemist stuff, does he?
Yeah.
We don't have an alchemy guy at all.
Yeah, so it'd be just trial and error.
You don't have
that
a
was
full on cleric, and you don't have a full on whatever.
I think I do have herbalism, but
Tate
not
has
alchemy.
herbalism.
Do I?
Tate.
An herbalist
Yeah.
kit. So maybe
he's a
we could
medic,
discover something.
Specialist. Or
yeah.
whatever.
So yeah, that
We
was,
needed Buck to be here last game, but now that he is, he can experiment on it.
Yeah, that was Giller's plan was
I
to
forgot
collect.
that they came back in that game.
'Cause we've got a hideout too.
Yeah, I think that was what me and you. I think that was my goal was to collect some of it and then try to experiment with it, trying to light it on fire. All the
Dexter's going to be here.
Good. But we don't know for sure about Cameron either.
Oh, is he?
I bet he's not.
I thought I took that as a-
That's how I took
when
it.
I saw
but
his tech that said I'll be doing this all day, I was like, oh okay, yeah, he's done.
I was like, I told Tyrell when we got here, I was like, I could drive to Springdale, change his car battery,
And
and
so
be
we're back
back
in
here for
time?
the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Problem is, it's a like $400 battery.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
for his
it's-
Camaro.
It's an expensive
He
battery.
did something wrong then, didn't he? If it's dead already, because he just bought that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it could be an old battery, or he could have just left his lights on or something.
Isn't it?
Or-
Is it a used car?
Yeah, it was used.
It was used.
It's an older car, just didn't have any miles on it. He got it from an old man or something.
Or it was really cold. The cold could have killed it.
I don't know why the battery would be that high. Did he say it was that much?
If it was just the cold killing it, why can't you hook it up to a charger and charge it back up? It should
Batteries are insane
battery.
anymore.
Batteries are high, but
That's
The battery should still be good though. If it's just dead, can't you just plug it to?
Nah, sometimes they don't.
most car batteries, if they're discharged, they don't. You cannot recharge them if
it's
they're fully
completely
discharged.
dead, yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know, unless it's
What is going on?
deep cycle.
You're getting all those group texts probably.
You just got on my Wi-Fi or something?
I guess.
There's not good signal. I was getting the same thing. Okay, anyway. Game. We already talked to Tyrell. He can't tell us anything about what's going on with Thren. Seth is smiling.
Completely
about
forgot about that until you said something about whispers. I was like, what?
I had completely forgotten about it until I was listening, and he pulled him off to the side for the whispers, and we're like, "Oh, whispers! It's been forever since whispers."
But it was an interesting episode. We kind of felt like it was filler and we were missing people, but it was a necessary episode.
I wished the whole point. I have so many enemies I wanted y'all to fight because I wanted y'all to kind of go into this dragon thing with a lot of resources gone. I don't see that happening now.
I know you said that.
We're not to the dragon.
I swear I silenced this thing. Shut up.
Now, the thing about Ryan, as a DM, he would keep throwing stuff. I don't know if we have time.
Well, I was thinking about that too. I agree that episode was necessary because we had a lot we had to do. I don't think we could have squeezed a dragon fight in there.
No, we had to travel too.
Yeah,
Even
We
if we
love
had
talking too much. We love talking.
Well, I mean, we had things that we had to do.
Yeah.
Like we had the kids and all the
Getting rid of the kids, and that was fast. Getting rid of the kids was fast, no issue.
It should.
Oh my gosh, I died laughing again.
Listening to Tyrell
the
and his,
components.
all the
I didn't
components.
think I did it more than once. Oh, that was funny. And the way I imagine it, and the way that we can go about this from now on, like it's chalk that you draw with, and it consumes the gems. The power consumes the gems. You don't have to crush it. You don't have to mix
Yeah, it
them.
says infused.
You just have the two things, and they work together.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Cool. I was just trying to figure out
because there's some DMs that'll even let you consume money in place of it, and it's just like.
See, I don't like that.
I don't like
either.
that because you can. That's part of the role play is you have to go and exchange this gold for the item.
Like I don't want to be such a stickler where we're going to spend 90% of the game listening to the wizard hunt through a forest for bat guano.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when a component is required, I want you to have that component.
The mechanically the way it's designed is a long rest includes you doing what the stuff you have to do for the day the next day. A long rest, so like bat guano is supposed to be so easy to obtain that it doesn't require money because you can just go do it on a long rest when you're in the right area, and theoretically you would get enough to last you until you could get more. Because I mean, you shouldn't be blasting fireballs like 3 or 4 a day until no more bat guano because it's like no, that's not that's the design purpose of it. It's supposed to be those like hard to obtain items.
See, and I like
monetary cost.
Right.
I think 5th edition is the first one that switched to this, letting you use your arcane focus in place of
and I like
the standard components.
I don't like components as for me as a player. I like that. I like seeing other people use it.
Liam did it really well.
Liam did a great job.
I'm doing it in Tyrell's game. I like that. I like having to go find
It's a cool role play. That's the only thing. It's
Yeah.
a role play aspect. That's all it is, and it's cool.
Well, they have a point though. It's that you can take that away from them, and then they lose those spells. Because I still like the spells.
Same thing with an arcane focus.
Right, right.
Easier to take away.
Yeah, take the wizard's wand away.
Can you always... Okay, I looked this up when I was building my wizard for Tyrell's game. In Arcane Focus, can you just... if you have that, you just do away with components entirely?
Does away with material components unless it's consumed or it has a cost attached to it.
So like the orb that can shoot out a bunch of crap, different elements of damage. Chromatic orb. You have to have the diamond even if you have the focus, and you just use the diamond in place of a focus for that instance. But
okay, well, it's still, I don't know. It's a weird.
It's just so you don't have to keep it's so you don't have to write down how many things of bat guano do I have.
I would always recommend an arcane focus if your DM's a douche about.
I guess it would make it easier, especially for a newer player or something. Be like, you just have everything you need.
Well, when was the last time you ever even heard of someone making you count arrows for someone who uses a bow and stuff. Like
You just assume after the battle you find most of
he
them.
shoots it so little that it don't really. It's never ever going to affect him.
Now you can get magic powerful arrows. Like
That's true,
what
and I
arrows
would make you
Dragon
count
Slayer
that. Yeah, I'd make you
those.
count that.
Yeah.
But basic arrows,
magic arrows would basically be like I guess more akin to potions.
dude. When
still
I
don't
first
have
started
a bow
playing
guy.
3.5, like the guy was rough, and he like made you roll to see if a percentage chance of it broke or not. Like if you went
On
to
your
look for-
arrow?
yes.
That's not even fun. That would be.
I just wouldn't play a range character.
The standard rule now is you can recover half of your expended arrows. So you shoot 10 arrows after the battle, you can get 5 back.
If you're going to have to manage them.
Yeah.
I was just kind of assuming like an archer can build their own arrows.
Right. For me as a DM, that's what I would say. If you're proficient in a bow, you're proficient in making the arrows for said bow.
Yeah,
And
I
you
mean,
do that
like
during long rest.
on what's the game? The chick with the bow.
The dinosaur, mechanical dinosaurs.
Yeah.
New Horizon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Horizon.
Horizon
Yeah.
Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Horizon.
She if you run out of arrows, you can craft them in the middle of a battle. You just have to expend the materials.
Yeah.
yeah. Imagine building arrows, in the middle of a combat.
Like making 20 arrows in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, all you have to do is just go to that little wheel thing. And
Yeah.
I quit playing that game.
I platinumed that game. I've just not played the second one yet.
You platinum every game.
I don't. That's why I don't play games.
I got sick of having to walk everywhere. There's no fast travel in that game. You had to have the campfire kits. And you can only fast travel to campfires.
That's true.
Yeah, which,
And if
just
you haven't
go there
already
somewhere.
found those campfires, then you have to walk there. And it's like the first bunch of missions of the game. It makes you walk.
Yeah, right at the beginning, you're walking everywhere.
I played pretty far to where you get to that like big kind of home village place. You know what I'm talking about? It's
Like the city,
yeah. What's that called?
Meridian.
Meridian. Yeah. I made it there, and I did a few missions, and then I quit playing.
Yeah, that's like
60%?
no. That's like I was gonna say like 30% into the game.
That's what I felt like.
Got fast for me after I got to that city.
I felt like I was maybe a quarter to a third of the way through the game.
Yeah,
But when I have to walk somewhere, I do everything in that area, so I have to go back.
Yeah, I'm just bad
and
at
I'd
that.
make sure to like activate every campfire along the way.
Yeah, I just like to, I've been playing Need for Speed, PS4 Need for Speed, which it was just called Need for Speed, and I just fast travel. I teleport to everything. Like I'll go to the garage, do whatever to my car, and then I just teleport to the next mission. I just keep teleporting to everything. I don't drive
in a
anywhere.
driving game.
I don't. I want to just race. I hate driving around. I've always hated that.
You say that. I played Final Fantasy 15. Dude, leisure driving was just the next. It's like, oh, it's so nice. You just look around. Like the world. They
Are we
did
on
such
the
a good
console
job.
now?
No, we can't do that because we got too much common life. If we're done talking about the game, we got common life. I want to hear
Well, I
Seth.
still got questions.
I'm super excited about that.
Same.
Yeah, I still have questions about keeping it common.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Every time we rested last game, you were having us roll a d20, not perception, not what were we rolling?
What?
You still can't tell us that?
I thought we were rolling
It was
perception.
because of the area we were in. I thought it was perception too.
I thought they were perception checks.
No, if it was a perception, I would have had you add perception.
Oh, was it?
I didn't pay attention to that.
Oh, I think I was making them as perception checks.
I think it came because I think you said, "Is this a perception check?" And I said, "No."
Yeah, he specified not perception, just a
It's really just a chance. Like
Of
I
the
come up with
blight
a couple of
infecting
numbers
us or something?
No, I come up with a couple of numbers, and if someone rolls it, then
So just don't roll in that one.
No, it's random numbers.
It's a random number, like for an encounter?
A couple
Or-
of random numbers that.
Is that how we got the tree giants?
No, that was, well, I don't remember. I already had the tree giants planned. Y'all were gonna fight.
Those
them
were that was
eventually.
rough
Thorn giants, I think they were called.
because Gillard didn't have his armor on.
Yeah, those things.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that
it's
was
really
rough.
funny. I hear about a roll and it reminds me sometimes, and I throw it into the next game. And I remember like hearing, "Oh yeah, you can't wear armor."
So listening to that again, I wish I had. I mean, Vistard only wears leather armor, so there's no reason for him to take it off. But like story wise, I wish I'd said, yeah, Vistard has no armor. He is wearing nothing but the large white boxers with the red hearts on them.
Yeah. which I think we were doing. I think after we were done that fight, I was like, turns out I can sleep in my armor. I just can't recover health. As long as I'm not injured before we start a long rest, then I don't need health.
It's not even health, is it? It's hit die. You don't recover your half hit die.
Yeah, you don't recover hit die or health if you wear.
I thought you got your health. Okay.
Basically, I don't end up exhausted, which is what I thought I did. I thought you didn't.
So as long as you're not damaged or have
Right.
used hit die, there's no sense in taking it.
So most of the time, you'll probably have to.
Unless we got beat the hell up, then I don't have to.
Yeah,
worry
so
about
he's just sleeping in huge metal full plate.
Or you could just keep like the first watch because that's when everything always happens.
I don't think that one happened on the first one.
No, it was second. I think it was during the shift
I
change.
think I took the first watch.
Yeah, I think you did. It was it was during the second watch because it was mine. Me and Thrin and Urist were the ones that were awake. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
and got wrecked.
Not asking about the pony again.
Yeah. Wait, did we find out about my mule, or we still didn't?
Yes.
Yeah,
when Bud
he
came
said
back. He said that the guy who
The
bought
guy
it
was using her.
still he was staying in the town.
And had my mule.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm happy. Thank you for that. Oh, I would have been.
Seth rolled a D100.
I would have been so
and just
mad.
happened to hit.
There was a 10% chance. There was a 10% chance
That meant so much to me. That really did.
There's a 10% chance of him eating the mule.
She was with us for like 30 episodes. You know, that was our mule, and then I have to just leave.
She's Tira. You never read the Wheel of Time books? You read the first one?
I only read the first one.
There's a fan theory that the horse who is in through the entire it just keeps getting passed to different people, but the horse that was in the very first one, the main character's horse, Della, I think is her name.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't get that from that.
I know, but I think that's her name, Della. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I'm right, but I might be wrong. People think she's like some eternal god or something because she lives longer than some characters and she's just always there. Yeah, it's funny. I'm super excited about tonight's game though.
You keep the problem is like with those thorn giants, you keep attacking me before I get a chance to rage. Mm-hmm. So all the damage that you do to me is before I even get a chance.
I don't know if I do that intentionally on you. Like you just happen to take that.
Yeah,
watch.
I know. Yeah, but
yeah. Okay. When we go to common life stuff, I'll talk about Vox Machina because I went back. I've been going back when I can and watching them live playing the game that the episode that's coming out now. Man, Travis is wild. His is like he gets the crap beat out of him by Kev Deck, and he's like, "How much health do you have? 120? Excuse me, he had 200 health going into that fight. Mm-hmm. That's wild. Like I don't know. It was really they were really strong. They already had a bunch of vestiges.
14 or 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I would have close to 200 by then probably. Well, if I take barbarian levels, probably.
I won't. I'd have one.
But also he's taking half damage because it's
Right, that's what I'm saying. He took like 70 or 80 damage, all half to that much, and he was like he called in the troops, and they were like, "Well, how much health do you have?" 120. It's like you're fine. You're not even bloody yet. Now he made a good point when they was like, "How much damage did you deal to Kev Deck?" 30. Okay, yeah, we kind of need some people in here. This dude's beating the brakes off of you. But yeah, it was just so funny that he had lost nothing, and that's how it feels for me a lot of times in some of these fights. It's like everyone's like, "Where are you at?" "Oh, half health." "Where you at?" 20. And freaking Quincy got the hell beat out of him, and I'm just like, I haven't been hit.
The same way. I don't think Viscerid has gotten hit in our last 3 or 4 battles.
When he finally does get hit, just be like, "Guys, that hurt. I quit."
This was all fun
until a character that doesn't have 3 10s.
Oh, that was
Technically,
Viscerid seems so strong for having 3 10s.
He's min-max.
I play to my strengths.
Yeah.
3 10s. We talking about?
He has 3 10s on his ability scores.
My strength, intelligence, and charisma are all 10s.
And you took ability score increases along the way. That's why. Those are good long term, but they don't give you anything in the moment.
Well, didn't you use standard array when you created that character?
So
that was the problem.
Yeah. So that means you had what?
I mean, I created him and the sorcerer for that tournament.
Yeah,
So
he wasn't
means-
supposed to be a long-term character.
So that means you started with what, 2 18s and a 16 probably? So you've taken 4 ASIs along the way?
I know I started off with 118. I don't remember the rest.
In wisdom.
And then you also have like a level 8 character or something like that too, or level 7?
But that's okay because he's super
no,
high.
this was when
I started at level 6.
level 6.
Yeah.
Vistard has become one of my favorite characters.
He's very powerful. I love Vistard.
And he's so wise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, you play him as wise.
I tried, but he has no intelligence.
Yeah.
So like, and to me, that's a difficult balance to try to like be wise without being smart. I don't know if I'm.
I listened to someone
It's
the other day. I listened to someone the other day, and they said, "Quit thinking about your character sheet as anything other than additions to your rolls. You can play an intelligent person who has an 8 intelligence. It's just going to make it harder to like make intelligence checks. Maybe, yeah."
Like you don't have to role play like your character.
Yeah, you don't
should.
have to role play. It's just it's affecting the die. That's all that your character sheet's supposed to do is affect the die. There's no reason to play. And he's like, and also flip that around. Like if you're a bard, but you want to be super awkward, like you don't have to act like you have a 20 charisma. You can act like weird and
Definitely with charisma because it means a whole lot more than your social standing. It can also be how scary you are, how imposing you feel. There's a lot.
And I like that. I like
Charisma's
that
a very
idea
like
of it. Quit
flushed
thinking
out.
of it as anything else other than just additions to.
But at the same time, like Vox Machina, I love Grog, and he had an intelligence score of like 6.
Yeah.
And
He's like-
to me, he did a good job role
He
playing.
did a good job.
As a
But
absolutely
also, he
strong
talked about
idiot.
how frustrating it is, and then at times, like he's like, because he himself knows a lot of like battle. He has battle smarts and stuff, and he actually expressed this. He's like, it's really difficult because like sometimes I think I should be able to tell people you need to come and do this on this side and stuff. Like from a strategic point, I know that Grog should know that in a fight, and I think Matt told him he's like in a fight, yeah, you don't have to play like you have a 6. Like you're all about fighting. You have just natural instincts for fighting. It's not an intelligence thing. You don't have to act dumb in the game because you have a 6 intelligence.
I have an intelligence of 6. I think I know what I'm doing.
And plus,
He like took a spell to like increase his intelligence, and then learned the alphabet with Pike. And then after the spell was over, he forgot it all. It was really sad.
well, also you have 10 intelligence. I mean, that's average intelligence.
Yeah, that's average intelligence.
I
So
think
you can say
actually
like you
8
have a high
is
school
actually
diploma,
average.
and then you know your wisdom is all related to it's like street smarts,
like
basically.
a pre-COVID high school diploma or a post-COVID high school diploma.
Well, and then
I
like,
feel like there's a difference in those two.
I just don't like how investigation is intelligence because perception is wisdom. Why?
Perception is wisdom because it's your ability. It's like it runs off of more instinct.
Yeah, to me, that runs off wisdom because it's like your just sense of what's going on around you.
Yeah.
like seeing something on the corner.
But when you investigate, why do you have to be intelligent?
It's smart enough to look in all the nooks and crannies that someone would hide something.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Or figuring out how a mechanism works.
Yeah, or try like a hit like a hideaway place, or like pulling the right book in the bookshelf. Perception allows you to see the books. Intelligence allows you to figure out which one.
I just hate when it's like, yeah, there's a desk and it's covered in papers. Okay, well, is there any important papers? We'll make an investigation check.
That also makes sense because if you're running off of wisdom, you see the papers, you know there's a lot there, and you can see. But intelligence is being able to see what's important on these papers and what's gonna like what am I here for?
See, I love making perception checks because
I know you.
Yeah, I've got +5 from my 20 score. Then I'm also proficient in it, so I've got +9.
Yeah, I think I do too.
To perception.
That was one of my expertise.
Yeah. So, are we a balanced party? So let's end. Say it common.
Yeah,
We don't have
we have
range.
no range.
Other than spells.
Technically, Cameron's range, but I mean, what role does Cameron not cover at this point? So we don't have any strength, though. I don't think. Do we have any strength?
Got me frustrated again. Like it frustrated me
What?
listening to that campaign, that last game again. Just like y'all didn't have a healer. Oh wait, yeah, we do have a healer. Like it's
It's not high level healing though. It's
It could.
pretty much a one time.
He could be using healing spells. He's kind of.
Oh, he has healing spells too. Well, that healing light thing he has, it's like he can do one big heal one time or a bunch
that
of little
healing
heals.
light is just healing word with a different. It's just an ability instead of a spell.
And those come back on short rest.
Yeah, but it's limited. Is the only thing I'm saying.
To short rest.
To short
which
rest,
is,
which
what,
the
30
only
minutes or
rest
an
that y'all
hour?
take.
No, we don't hardly ever take short rests.
I do. Like a lot of times when y'all are doing something, I'll be
Did
like,
that count as a short rest?
can Vistard sneak in a short rest?
Not to mention he's a warlock now, so he'll get his warlock spells back on a short rest too. And if he's smart, he'll always cast those first. So it'll come.
Does he
down to
actually
his
keep
play
them
style.
separated?
He better. They're different forms of casting. Yeah, he has to.
You know, that just seems like it would make it very complicated to me. Like if I was running that character, it would be hard for me to like keep track of like different spell lists and different spell slots and.
Okay, well, anyway, cut away from that. Well, you asked if we were a balance
So
point.
strength is Gillard, 100%. I've got the most strength.
Yeah.
Who's our dex person? Do we even have a dex person?
Corvus.
Thorin has high dex.
I think you started off with a dex build.
And now Jarrett has 3.
Kyle. Rask.
You're absolutely right.
Rask
I forgot.
is
Kyle is right on our dex, and yeah, I think our new person
I've got-
is dex
When
based.
Rask is here, we have a balanced party, yes.
Yeah, when Rask is here, we have a balanced party.
we have an OP
And then
party when he's here.
Con, I mean, Gillard does have a lot of health in Con.
Buck
You
and
technically
me.
fall under the Con because of your rage and half damage.
Yeah.
Because all Con represents is your ability to not die.
Me and Buck both.
Yeah.
And, well, Urist, I think, has pretty high con.
I mean, ideally, if you have any sense as a player, you don't want your Con to be bad.
No, that's one thing I always focus on, no matter what kind of character I'm
It's
making.
it's almost always my secondary.
Oh, that's
stat.
your other high score?
Con is good for spells, though, too.
Yeah.
I think Thorin has 14. I think.
Okay. But still, it's not a 10 or below. That's the thing. And bad Con is like technically 12 or below is bad.
I'm completely balanced. My highest stats charisma, and it's like 16 or 17, and then everything else is like 14s and 15s.
Right. And because of the way your character ended up, that isn't actually the worst thing ever.
No.
Because your character's all
Yeah.
over the place with abilities.
Right.
Yeah, you are very much like a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Which is
You
exactly
can
what
do
Marvel's supposed to
a
be.
little bit of almost everything.
Yeah.
You know, you need to frontline tank. Well, you can.
That's usually what I end up doing.
You need to cast some support spells. You got it.
Yeah, it's really nice that I can tank, and then if I get low on hit points, I can step back and support.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
That's like the D&D downfall to a tank is if you can't do your role, you lost worth because a lot of times if you put everything into taking hits and to having more health, you usually can't dish out any more damage than any regular character could without all their abilities. So yeah, it's
There's so many different things I can do on a turn. I really like it. I like options.
So Vistrid is absolutely our wisdom character. Thrin is 100% our intelligence character, and then our charisma character we have one, and it's Urst is our charisma character.
Well, I have high charisma.
That's true. You are. That's your bard side. So yeah, you technically do around. Because you have high charisma, but other than talking to someone, you haven't really been able
So
to
who's
utilize
the
it.
face of our party? Like if we had to pick one,
Depends on where y'all are.
I think
Y'all
we
taking-
rotated.
Everyone's
all the time.
taking turns.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the way to do it. Whoever's familiar with the area or whatever. I think
Or has something
me or Buck and Gillard has been at times.
Buck can't be the face because no one agrees with him enough on stuff. Like he can't.
That's
be the
true, but he's
leader.
kind of the most personable.
Yeah.
Even if he's not the face, he's like he because Anthony plays his character good. He's always there, and he has an involvement in what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
He's
even
kind of the dad.
yeah, even
him
when
and
I was
Gillard.
doing
he very much is team dad.
Yeah.
I'm the uncle that taught you how to fight.
Yeah.
Rask is the the black sheep brother.
The prodigal son.
Yeah. That's funny. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
just
we're
kinda-
fairly balanced. Outside of range. Like we don't
And
Well, we have with Dexter
With Dexter,
he's
you
the bow
technically
guy.
have range. Yeah. And we have.
Is he
lizards
straight
and
rogue?
warlocks. Maybe.
I think he's all the way rogue.
No, he said he took 2 levels of fighter.
Oh, fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did hear he was
Man,
reported
I
saying
really
he had
like
2 levels of
Ranger.
fighter.
I like Rangers. I'd love to just play a Ranger.
I would never want to play a ranger, but they're nice to have in a party for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, and in all fairness, with as many people as we have, we should have a balanced party. If we were like we have no strength person, that would be bad.
Rangers are just kind of, I don't know, they got magic, but I don't think they're as good as rogues. Like,
They're not even as good
Is
as
a
fighters
rogue
in
just
terms
a
of
better
range.
ranger?
Fighters
Yeah,
are
you
better
could.
ranger.
It depends on the DM, I
Rogue
guess.
could be a better ranger easily.
Yeah. In combat.
Yeah.
But a ranger, I mean, depending on the DM, if you made us really do survival stuff, it'd be nice to have a ranger.
With a rogue ranger, it depends on your situations. A rogue ranger is only good as if you keep allies engaging the enemy because you can't apply that sneak attack. You can apply sneak attack to bows, right? Okay, then yeah, that's what the rogue needs. They need a reason to apply sneak attack at all times. Otherwise, a rogue ranger is the worst of the three. Fighter can do everything that the ranger can do minus the magic. So I would say fighters, if you just want a bow character, stop looking at ranger, just look at the fighter. And then if you really want to throw a little magic in there, there's Eldritch Archer. So
Tell me this, with a ranger, if say you were ranger rogue, could you get extra attack as a ranger and then get 2 sneak attacks?
No.
No.
One sneak attack. First
because you're
attack that hits
revealed.
is a sneak attack.
Okay. Because I think
Or
it's terrible.
on a bonus or on a out of turn attack, you get a sneak attack as well.
I didn't know you could sneak attack opportunity attacks. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I
I
don't.
think it's a mistake because they have rectified that in 1D&D's word speak. Yes. They think it was a mistake. Everyone, ever since they figured it out, they're like, this cannot be as intended, but it's read as written.
Right, because it's the
everyone
turn.
plays it as read as
it's the
written.
turn, not the round.
Yeah.
So if it was the round, it would only be
Right.
one.
And it's in 1D&D, it's round now.
Well, it would
instead of
make sense if you were to get an opportunity attack and it just happened to be at a time when it was also a sneak attack because you're flanking or hidden. I mean, it would make sense to get a sneak attack. If you ran past me and I was hidden by this wall, I would get to stab you in the back.
Yeah. I was looking at Pathfinder 2 stuff. They don't have opportunity attack built into a player's kit. You have to take it as a feat. And Barbarian, because I was looking at Barbarian specifically, because I basically just started down the list. I just want to look and see how each of the classes work. Because I think if I do a campaign with some of the guys at the card shop, I'm going to do Pathfinder just because I've always wanted. I want to see how Pathfinder 2 runs. So I just wanted to get an idea of each of the classes. I was looking at Barbarian, and I was like, they're like, definitely take opportunity attack because it's not part of the character anymore. So it's like, oh, okay.
That's kind of interesting.
That definitely gives like a lot of value to a character that only has opportunities. Like, so it's like you want to center your fight around them, and then it had to be a lot better than it is in 5th edition though, because opportunity attacks like they were a lot more dangerous in Pathfinder 1, and I'm assuming in 3rd edition, because any kind of entering, leaving, it's like there was a lot of ways to trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like they have to turn and run, which most things that want to kill you don't do. So
Yeah.
See, in 3rd edition, it was not turn and run. That was the only way to get, and that makes so much sense. Like if you're facing someone, you just jump backwards; they can't attack you.
Yeah.
It was when you ran past someone in their range of opportunity. That's when you got opportunity attacks. So, like if you're trying to circle around someone right next to them, that's how you get attacked, and that made perfect sense.
Yeah, I don't see why you had to turn and run to jump back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess that's what the reason for disengage is and
Yeah.
mobile feet and all that stuff.
yeah, I suppose they're
That stuff
wording.
might not have been.
they're
Yeah,
wording-
I don't know how that wording was for those kind of abilities, if those abilities even exist in 3rd edition.
Yeah.
There was spring attack, which was cool, but
Spring,
you could
is
just
that
jump
where you-
around and attack people multiple people.
Spring attack was what eventually, because you also
turn
had
into
to get-
whirlwind attack.
You also had to get a feat in order to move, attack, move. Like that was a feat. Normally it was either attack then move or move then attack. That was it. You couldn't break your move up like you can now. Now it's all part of the character.
I like that.
I do too, but and that's why a lot of people took that feat. Like they didn't always grab spring attack, which I think is like the 3rd leg of that feat, because there was 3 of them. It was something you had to have that was some kind of like minor mobility feat. Then it was the one that allowed you to move, attack, move. Then it was spring attack, and not everybody went to spring attack. But if you were like real attack focused, you wanted that middle one. Yeah.
Whirlwind attack? Like attack in a circle or what?
Kind of whip chain, man. It was so cool.
But I want to check out Pathfinder 2, though. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I like their system so far, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll let y'all know how it goes for that.
Common life.
Common life.
Go ahead, Seth. Seth almost died.
How deep do you want me to get into this?
I just want you to tell us kind of how it
As
happened.
deep as that hole in your arm goes.
That's what I was going to say.
I got deep then. All right. Let me just start by saying, most of our group is religious. Like a lot of us know each other because we came from a youth group that got together. That's like how the majority of our group knows each other. So
Camera's not coming.
okay, at the end of this past year, I had taken. I'm the youth leader of my church. I think I mentioned that. I took our kids to a youth conference up in Rogers, Arkansas. It was like a 3-day thing. Really good preaching, really good music, just really good time. After it was over, we stayed the last night, and we're going to leave Saturday morning. That Saturday morning at 4 a.m., me and a few of our friends went to Whataburger, and we're just sitting and talking about some religious stuff. We just watched this big, long message that our pastor had sent to us about this guy who did a 40-day fast and just the religious implications that had on him at the time, and like just how his ministry really blew up after that, and just some of the things he experienced and saw during that 40-day thing. His name is Josh Herring. You should go watch that if you're religious at all. You should watch this for Josh Herring, The Needs of Fasting or something on YouTube. It's really cool. But he's just talking about how like one night he turned over and was going to look at his wife and saw a demon laying in bed with him, and it was during this like day 23 of this fast or something. And he talks a lot about why you start seeing demons when you're hitting these religious peaks and stuff, and it's very interesting. Like I said, you should go look that up. So, and even the preaching and stuff that had happened at this conference was kind of based around that same stuff. So, and we're at our church, we're on the verge of a really big revival, we think, and we're excited about it. But something that like I preached this past Wednesday on this, like, you yourself have to make the decision. How much are you willing to live for God? How much are you willing to make an impact? The devil is not going to mess with you if you're where he wants you to be. Your life's probably going to go pretty smooth. So I said that night at 4 a.m., like, I don't know if I could really handle a demon attacking me or my family, putting my child in danger. Like, that was another story that he had told in that message, like that his child almost choked because the demon that he saw in his bed actually turned out to be a toy that his kid had gotten in a Happy Meal. Like, his wife showed him this Happy Meal toy, and I guess it was probably a big franchise, and this demon looked just like this Happy Meal toy. And this kid got that toy a few days after he saw that demon, and he's like, that our child's going to choke on something, we have to watch him. And his child almost choked to death a few hours after he was chewing on that toy. Crazy. I said, I don't know if I could handle that, but I'm ready to be able to handle that. Like, I don't know if I'm where I need to be spiritually to be able to handle these kind of things, but I want when I wake up, I want the devil to say, oh no, that's like a real big focus for me in 2023 is going to be my religious life. It's got to be. That being said, woke up Saturday morning, had a little sore throat, had to drive everyone back, home. By the time I got home, I had a full-on fever and just felt sick. Thought it was flu, thought it was COVID, didn't know. Took a COVID test. It came back positive. It was a really old one. Took 2 more the next day. They were both negative. That were newer. So didn't have COVID. While I'm working, I look down at my left arm about where the end part of your elbow, and I had these 2 little red marks. Thought I might have got stung or bit by something. They were very small and feverish, really hot. So I thought I'd been bit or stung. Didn't think anything about it. Monday, worked all day, still sick as a dog, throwing up all day long while I'm working, taking Tylenol and Dayquil because I think I just have the flu. That's what it feels like. Have a really high fever all day, just feel sick, horrible. Work till like 4 o'clock and then just go and lay in the shower for 45 minutes. I listened to 2 YouTube videos and they were both like 20 minutes, 25 minutes long. Just listened to them. Didn't even watch them. Just laid in the floor under the water and listened to them. As soon as I was out, went to bed and just was planning on sleeping through the night. Didn't want to wake up. Just felt that bad. That is the night that we were having like a lot of tornadoes and hail and stuff. Yep. Yeah. So Cynthia wakes me up. She's like, hey, I want you to go try to move my car somewhere, put it somewhere if we have hail that it won't get damaged. So I get up, it's just pouring, and I say, well, I'm going to wait for it to try to slacken up. And I fall asleep in the corner of this couch. And she's like, are you sleeping or something? Or something like that. And I was like, I thought so. And she's like, later she told, like, I didn't know why she had said that, but apparently I had been breathing like, and she's like, your lips are blue. let me check your temperature. Let me check your oxygen. So she put an oxygen thing on me. It was like 93. And she checked my temperature. It was 103.8. So she gives me some Tylenol and some more Dayquil, and like I take the first Dayquil just fine, and the ibuprofen just fine, and then as I'm taking the second one, I kind of get gagged on it and kind of choke it up, and just from sitting there or laying there, I sit up and puke all the way to the base of my TV, like just projectile vomit.
Had you eaten anything?
No, not a thing. It's this really weird orange color. Or greenish orange color. It kind of looked like the Dayquil. Like I'd thrown up all day long and it looked like the Dayquil pill. That kind of greenish color. It's like I've got Alka-Seltzer going in my mouth. I've got my mouth shut and I'm just vomiting through my closed mouth. It's just spewing out of me. I'm not like heaving. It's just spewing out of me. So I run to the bathroom just puking all the way and just start throwing up in the toilet. And like I helped Cynthia clean that up afterwards. Never like I felt sick. Felt like I had the flu. Not like I'm about to die sick. Just felt like I had the flu. And then I looked down and I'm like, oh babe, look at this. And my bicep was about the size, maybe not as quite as big as my fist. Small apple, like an apple had been shoved under my bicep or under my skin. It was maybe that big. Oh. It was just swollen up, crazy, red, tight. She's like, you have some kind of infection. We have to go to the hospital. So we call my parents to come and watch Mav, and we drive to B&B and switch cars with them. And Mav's with us, so we switch cars with them so that they can just bring Mav here, and we don't have to worry about switching the car seats out in the rain. And we take their car on to Batesville, and we get to Batesville, and they end up admitting me. Cannot figure out what's wrong with me. They start putting extremely strong antibiotics through my veins. They blow out 3 of my veins with antibiotics that are so strong. Like just the veins explode and the stuff just keeps pouring in, and like my arm gets all like crazy puffy. Yeah. That happened here, and up here. So they eventually put a PICC line in. So they put a line all the way up to your heart. So I've got should have done that from the very beginning. They put you asleep
for that?
Huh?
They put you asleep for that?
Nope. Me and the woman sat and talked, and I helped her do the whole thing.
Ew.
But, so my arm just keeps swelling and swelling and swelling. Like, my entire arm swells. Like, by the end of it, it was like...
Yeah, we saw some pictures.
I've got pictures on my phone I can show you. Even if y'all haven't seen... Like, it's... So, they finally, like, we get sick of it. Like, one night, one of the nurses comes in. She's like, your levels are septic. Like, your organs could shut down at any moment. My heart rate was 145 asleep. My heart rate was 140. My pulse was 145 asleep. If it got to 150, an alarm would go off. So if I moved a little bit, it would bounce up to 150 and go off. My oxygen stayed around 92, 93. My temperature was, if they did not keep me on medicine, it would shoot back up. Like they had to every 4 hours give me medicine, or it'd go crazy high. We finally told them there's a specialist in Batesville or in Little Rock. We want to leave. We want to get out of here. Like we don't care. Y'all got to let us go. And they's like, no, we can't let you go. But one nurse. Okay, this is crazy. What like God was doing on the other side of this. Like my pastor knows this guy who had something similar to this, kind of, it sounded like. So he called this guy who somehow became friends with the doctor who took care of him, and that doctor was like over the entirety of Little Rock Hospital, UAMS. Yeah. So that guy starts, he was a surgeon, or the lead orthopedic surgeon. All the other surgeons answered to him. So he doesn't work there anymore, but he's trying to get me a bed. And he's calling people there and being like, hey, there's this guy who needs some medical assistance. Can y'all figure out what's wrong with him? And then he's also calling Batesville like, y'all have got to figure this out. Like, what are y'all doing? Because he knows some of the people there. He offended people for me. It was really cool.
Oh, wow.
some people in UAMS finally get a hold of Batesville. Now, the Batesville woman said she's the one who called them. I figure UAMS called her, but whatever. They got in touch, and they started me on the right antibiotics that started like bringing all my vitals down to the correct areas and stuff. And eventually, he said that he felt a pocket of some kind of infection in my arm, and he came in and cut. And I felt immediately better after he cut that open. The reason I brought up all the religious stuff at the beginning of the story is because the first 3 nights that I was there, not on any pain meds, just on Tylenol and antibiotics, someone could probably say that I might have had a temperature and that gave me some hallucinations or something. I don't believe so. I believe that I was like witnessing some kind of demonic attack. The first night, I had this dream that like it felt almost like a video game. Like I was like just doing things, trying to win or trying to like accomplish something, and a voice from out there, not in the game, just something. And it wasn't a scary voice or anything. It just said, "I need a champion," and it woke me up because I knew it wasn't a good voice, but it wasn't scary sounding. And I started rebuking it because it felt demonic, like freaked me out. Went back to sleep immediately. Cynthia can tell you, I could not stay awake. Always sleeping. Kind of the same dream just started back up. And I like I said, it felt almost like I was in a video game. I defeated someone, and I suddenly was in their point of view. I stepped away from a computer screen and pulled out a gun and shot myself in the head. And it was almost like if you are my champion, you can have this kind of power over people. Like what you decide or what you wrought on people will affect them. And I didn't like that. I woke up again and started rebuking that. The next night it wasn't a dream, but as soon as I shut my eyes, I just started seeing crazy things that I was not thinking about. Just images, clear as could be images being placed in my mind. Like one of them was just a baby, not my baby, not any baby I've ever seen, just a baby sitting in a high chair, and a like toy helicopter blades cut the baby's head perfectly in half. Where would that thought have come from? Not like I wasn't thinking about helicopters, RC helicopters, or babies in a high chair. It just was placed there. And then other things also that I won't even mention on stream, just unbidden into my head. Not thinking about it, just bam, there they were. As soon as I shut my eyes, it was crazy. And then the third night, I had something else. I can't remember it now. But like, I really believe we have a working theory that I ate some sushi that messed with my arm, and that could be the physical reason. But no one else that I was with was affected like that, who ate that same sushi. So I don't know. I think that it was a demonic attack on my life, and like, if you're not religious, you probably ought to get religious. That's how I feel, because it's real. But that's pretty much what happened. I didn't even know this. Cynthia took a video of me. Let me look up this video. Y'all can hear me breathing while I was asleep. Kind of sounds like Dustin. I'm just kidding. It sounds worse than Dustin. I'm like, let me see.
Dustin before sleep machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
A lot better.
Good.
My oxygen level was lower than Seth's before I got it.
Yeah, that's not good.
I think they said it got down to like 80.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say, yeah, like 93 is not great, but
I think anything below 90 is like
it's really bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean it's not
considered
supposed to
really
be
bad.
below like 98, 99,
You
100.
said the lowest yours got was 90?
93 is what he said. Or it was when you
The
checked.
highest my temperature ever got, though, was 104.3 on the way to the hospital.
Yeah, that's almost death level.
that's
Listen
like
to
some
this.
brain damage level.
This is me asleep.
Got to 87.
Did it?
Well,
Okay. This is me asleep.
Oh gosh.
Was it the first night? Second night?
Did you have congestion and stuff too?
No.
Oh, that's not
Man,
good.
just heavy labored breathing.
Luke, I am your father.
I just finally got to work this past week. Like y'all can see my cut, it's pretty much healed up.
Yeah, it's healed up. Looks good.
It's looking a lot better. I do keep it still covered when I work at the chicken houses just because I don't want to have the chance of infection. But feel this.
I thought that was going to be a way bigger wound or way bigger scar.
Yeah, I did too.
Feel that. No, you're not going to hurt me. Like press down.
It's hard.
I don't know what that is. I have no, like you
Scar
can pinch
tissue?
it.
It's gotta be scar.
I don't know what it is. It's hard as a rock.
And there's nothing. I mean, have you been back to get checked?
I went back once, and he said that was like I was still packing it a lot, and
Yeah.
he said it was going well and stuff, keeping clean. I was supposed to go back this past Tuesday, but that was when the ice hit. So they called Monday and canceled it on me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look inflamed. or
No,
anything.
it looks pretty good. It is still red.
It's probably scar tissue.
Yeah,
It
probably.
might
just-
be. I don't know.
'Cause
why I have
all
scar
that was
tissue
cut out,
here.
right?
No, he just cut straight out right there. As
Well,
far
didn't
as
they
I know.
dig your?
I don't know.
I think they dug a big hole.
I was out for that.
Okay,
That
well,
I was out for. I've had 2 surgeries.
well,
now.
when you were packing it in there, you had it packed all up in there, didn't you? Okay, well, yeah, it's probably just whatever built back up
I got
is
another
just
video.
tough tissue.
I might have sent y'all this. I don't know.
The one of you pulling that gauze out?
Yeah,
I don't ever need to see that again.
But here, this is,
I could sense AJ's disgust through text.
that's my arm the night that we went to the hospital. Like that's how swollen my bicep was. And then this is how swollen it got.
Yeah, that's the one your whole arm.
The one where you're all marked
They
up.
Looking
started
real
marking-
swole
Yeah,
there.
they started marking where the swelling was, and it just kept going.
Yeah,
all
I
the
mean,
way
you can
up.
see your skin starting to split.
And that's like,
stuff.
yeah, it was blistering there, and it's crazy.
That's
man.
bad. So what's that called? Cellulitis?
It was they called it cellulitis. Yeah,
Basically, just a infection.
just an infection. It's
full
almost
body
it's
infection.
very similar to cancer, I guess. Just some cells die and just get sick and
infect your bloodstream, basically.
Not anything like cancer.
Why is that not like cancer?
Spreads.
It just
I know, but it's not like cancer. They gotta treat like.
Well, yeah, you treat it with antibiotics, not chemo. but-
yeah.
Way more serious.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, but like the way it just nothing caused it. It just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say I'm like a cancer patient.
He's a cancer survivor.
No.
Well, I mean, just as bad. Could have been. Even quicker.
They never told me what caused it. So we had a nurse, and the only reason we thought it might be sushi is because we had a nurse who said she used to work in Texas near the Gulf, and she said that they saw deep sea fishermen and people who ate a lot of seafood have this a lot. Said they came in all the time with this, and she called it fibrosis cellulitis. So we looked that up, and it matched a lot of my symptoms. But I mean, all cellulitis matched a lot of my symptoms. So, but I just remember that I'd eaten
heard
raw
people say you
sushi.
can get that from anything.
See, yeah, they kept asking, "Have you had any random scratches or like stab wounds or anything?" And I'm like, "No, I wasn't even like." It happens all the time working, sure, but I was at a church conference for the past 4 days.
I was gonna say I thought maybe you brushed up against something in your chicken house and got a cut with some bacteria.
but I wasn't
on it or
there, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
something. Well, we're glad to have you, Seth.
I'm glad I'm not dead.
Yeah, me too.
They
It's
told
been
me
really hard to finish the campaign.
It was a little scary. I was nervous.
I talked to Hans. I just saw him at Dollar General. He's like, "Yeah, we just like suddenly AJ's like Seth might die."
Yeah, I was requesting prayer for you and all kinds of stuff at church. I was like, "Yeah, have y'all heard about Seth? He's not in bad. He's not in good shape right now." And Hans and Rachel were like, "What?"
I was there from a Monday to a Monday, and like I didn't. They did the surgery on Saturday, so I was bad sick from Monday to Friday.
Yeah,
and
I know. It just kept going on. You weren't getting much better. Yep. I was texting Cynthia. I was texting your phone.
Yeah.
I was not good at
I was not on my phone. Like I just pretty much slept the whole time.
Yeah.
It was really crazy.
I thought you were.
I tried to make Cynthia keep y'all
What's up,
informed.
Matt?
He's scared.
He's
Why?
scared. Oh, he
He's
don't
waving
know
at
the
me.
people here.
Yeah, he does. And then he goes,
It's been too long.
Come here, buddy.
We haven't been here in a long time, have
"See,
we?
Daddy."
Come here.
Yes, Daddy.
Come here.
Okay.
So AJ, when are you getting married?
Don't start this. No time soon.
No time soon.
Yeah.
I didn't know she lived long distance.
Yeah.
She's not from around here.
No.
Okay.
Tulsa, Broken Arrow,
How'd you meet?
internet.
Internet, cool.
Shame, but you know,
No.
I always.
How'd you meet? An app or what?
Dustin, are you still talking to that girl? Or your girlfriend?
Told her the whole way up here.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering because, okay, her name's Brianna, right? Kyle's wife's name is Brianna. My girlfriend's name's Brianna.
Okay.
So out of
We
a
got
party
three
of 8,
Briannas.
we have 3 Briannas.
Probably every one of them spelled different because I know that hers and Kyle's are.
They're not. I don't know.
How was yours?
I love how Kyle's
BRIANNA.
is just Cynthia's sister.
That's also Cynthia's sister. How does she spell? No, she spells. Is she BREANNA? Yeah, that's how mine spells. Anyway, yeah, met on the internet.
Like playing a game or what?
No, it was on a dating app.
Okay, cool.
Which one?
Yeah, give them love.
Some of us are still single
Give
here.
them some love.
Upward. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's a Christian one, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the same stuff goes on in there as happens on Tinder. It's just supposed to be Christian. And she is.
They're just looking for love and religion on that app.
Yeah. From what I could tell, it was new at the time when I got it, and I mean, it seemed a little bit less.
It's so weird that he's gotten shy.
Yeah, watch. I'll go over here.
He has social awareness now.
Come here.
Go get him.
You come pull me over by my shawl.
That smile.
Look at this shot.
Started talking to her in September.
You kept it quiet.
You know me.
Yeah.
I don't talk about stuff.
Unless it's disc golf.
No, I don't even talk about that unless Malachi's talking to me about it. Because Seth won't play anymore, so.
Haven't. Quit changing this. No.
That's the story.
You got to have 2 arms.
He's too busy.
No, he can play. He plays right-handed. Luckily, he didn't hurt his right arm.
But you got to have the other arm for balance, for counterbalance.
Yeah.
And power.
Momentum.
Are you telling whispers to the microphone? You're so funny. And you've started a business.
Start a business.
Quit the bread company again.
Quit the bread business.
How's it going?
All right.
Is it better than bread?
Yeah, absolutely.
You making good money?
Are you making bread?
Not much yet, but it's early.
Yeah. Now
Made-
you gonna have
made
your own
some this week.
studio or what?
Well, I have my own studio. Well, my band has a studio, and so I'm recording there, doing video production. Basically, everything I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Focusing on the.
Yeah,
I'll make
just
that.
trying to.
Trying to make money at it now.
Yeah.
Like make a living at it.
And doing sound systems. That's I figure that's going to be the main source of my business for a while or a lot of the time. So I've worked on 2 this week. Those can be
do
big
you
jobs.
install and troubleshoot?
Yeah.
Would you install a new snake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need one at yours?
In my church, yeah. When we got our lights redone, we found out after the fact that the electrician had like wrapped the snake in the electrical lines for our new lighting system. So yeah, it has a good buzz going on.
Oh no.
AJ's like, that's an expensive job. I got you.
No, yeah, just holler
But
at
hey,
me.
if I mean, I'm the sound
Well,
guy.
you're in charge over there,
and
yeah.
I'm board member. I have a discretionary fund. I'm not going to tell you how much.
Yeah.
How much do I have to work
And-
with you, Ryan?
I mean, if I have to call someone to get it fixed, I would rather call you than call someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Give me a call.
Give me a call. You got my number already and everything.
Yeah.
I don't even have to give you my business
Do you have a
card.
business? You have a business card?
I have a business
I
card.
want to see it. I want to see it.
You want some?
Yeah, I want one.
Pass them
Got a
around.
whole box of them.
Take a few. Pass them around.
Do you know anything about getting live stream going? Because we're having
do
trouble
that.
with that at our church
I
right
can do
now.
that. What do y'all use to live stream?
We used to use OBS.
Yeah. Well, are you?
I think he just switched to Crank or something. I don't remember.
Well, what are you switching from OBS for?
I guess
me
they
and
didn't like the
Dustin
new
did.
update or something.
Well, like, what do you stream to? Facebook Live? Do you-
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what problems are you having?
It just Cynthia didn't go to church Wednesday and tried to watch me preach. What was the problems?
There's no sound. I think that was just their mic or something.
No, it's been going on for a month.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I haven't been.
Mavi gave you a thumbs up.
You like it? You like my card, Mav?
He wants your card.
The deal that I've seen with live streams is like, I don't know about y'all's church. I know y'all have a little bit more updated stuff than a lot of them do, but a lot of places just have their old boards that don't have that functionality, and they just take like most old analog mixing consoles have a tape out. Are you waiting?
No longer have a tape. No longer have a tape.
Okay. Well, it'll be called tape out, and it'll
it
just
is
be
still
like
called tape out.
It's just a stereo mix that comes out of the board, and it's just however you got it set. Well, when you run that into somebody's computer, it doesn't sound like it does in the house. So there's not a lot of.
Tyrell is not gonna spread your word.
Yeah, go give that to somebody, Ty. Well, he didn't want to waste it. He's trying to get back to.
I've been telling everyone I can about, hey, you need some media solutions. I know a guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. But anyway, yeah, it's usually just stuff like that. Tyrell has given up. He can't pick it up.
He doesn't want it, AJ.
It doesn't want him either.
I cannot pick up the life.
Come on, Dustin, get in there. Fold it if you have to. There you go. You got it.
I didn't want to fold it.
That's okay. But anyway, yeah, I could help you out with that. You got any other problems over there?
No, that's our biggest one right now. And he had
Weston texted me a while back asking me some stuff.
we're starting a podcast, and I think was that what he's asking you, like what kind of equipment?
He was asking me about some equipment, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's ready to talk now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, AJ, is that?
No, I told him I owe him $20 and I got it.
I'm not worried about it. It's okay.
What did you say?
I owe him.
He owes me $20. I'm not real concerned. I made that in about 5 minutes. It's a pretty good tune though. I liked it.
Wait, 5 minutes?
I like the fart sound on the original one you sent me.
Oh yeah.
Like such a fart sound.
I had my phone sitting inside my headphones, and it scraped up against the earpieces and made a funny sound. And so I thought that was in the music.
Give this kid a fake microphone that's not plugged in. Here. It's just gonna give you. Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. There you go.
Okay, so yeah, that's me. That's my common life.
Love it, dude.
Anyone else, Dustin? What about you, common life?
Man, just
Esports? Anything going on?
Yeah, we I took my kids to this week actually. We took them to Little Rock, and we were there. We were invited by a very political party that's very Republican, and I had to warn all my kids. And I said, if they ask you to fill out anything, you come and get me.
Yeah.
But it was a free trip.
They were joining the correct party.
It was, my thing is I'm not going to push political beliefs on anyone one way or the other.
Well, yeah,
And
especially
it's about
not
esports, not about
in the education
not
system.
about the God. I forget the name of it. I forget what it is. It's I don't know. They're something. They had two titles. I'm very anti-political, if y'all can tell. It was libertarian and something else. And it was like apparently because a bunch of people looked it up for me. And I'm just like, look, I don't care. My baseline is they're not going to push any crap. They're not getting their emails. This is just supposed to be about the purpose of the trip. It's supposed to be esports. Well, our government just signed or just is either working on or getting approval for a bill that will separate esports from gambling and allow more facilities to host tournaments and stuff, because now it will be separated from the gambling, and you won't have to have a gambling license to do it, which I think is hard to get in Arkansas because I think we have like couple of places statewide, so it's going to separate.
I think you
esports.
have to be native to.
Yeah, and it's going to
do anything
separate
with
that
gambling.
from gambling. So now people can start hosting esports related tournaments and stuff in Arkansas, and it could be really good for esports overall as a just for the brand of esports and how it will directly affect us. The bill won't. But it was pretty cool. They paid for our food. They paid for our church travel there, so the school didn't have to pay anything. It was a headache, not anything related to them, but because of Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the 15-passenger van we were supposed to get wasn't returned on the same day because apparently Enterprise uses the same booking mechanism as flights, so they overbook. So if that 15-passenger van, when it didn't come back, that was the only 15-passenger van in every Enterprise in Memphis. So we had to get two 7-passenger vans. I had to leave my vehicle there, and it was a mess.
I would have thrown a fit.
It was-
that's not right.
It was stupid.
You can't do that. Have people plan a trip around something?
Yeah.
And they're just not giving that.
Yeah, because I mean, your
was-
entire trip was depending.
And it wasn't even just me. There was a lady that showed up that week. She was supposed to return her vehicle Monday, and she was there Wednesday with a vehicle. She was like, she was trying to rent it again. And they were like, we can't rent you the car until we talk to our recovery people. And then there was another lady who apparently had been waiting there since 2 o'clock with her kid, and this was 5. They closed at 5. We left with our vehicles at 5:40. That's how long it took them to like figure something out. It was
What
ridiculous.
if it was you and 14 kids?
Right.
You don't have another driver.
I know.
You can't take 2 vehicles.
It would have been. We wouldn't have been going. Or if I could, I guess I could have tried to work something out with my athletic director and then get reimbursed for gas. I don't know. It would have been a mess.
Yeah. That's,
So you have 15 kids?
I have 11 plus one of my kids from last year was going as a chaperone because he comes and he still works with the newer kids because they're still not as good. He's probably one of the best Smash Bros. It's Matt, if you remember.
Yeah.
He
Played
came
with him
with
online a
us,
couple
and then my boss came with me. So all together we had, I think, 13 people because 2 of my kids had to cancel. The ice that we had, the ice hit you guys, I think, this week and last week. Well, it hit us just last week, and school closed, which took the events from last week being basketball homecoming and made them this week. And I had 2 kids that were on homecoming court and had to be at school Thursday for stuff, so they couldn't go. So altogether, there would have been, I think, 14 of us. That's cool. With 2 adults and then Matt coming back.
So is that your whole esports team, or you have even more than that?
That's everybody. That's everybody that competes, and then like 1 or 2 that don't compete.
Man, I mean that's a basketball team. 14.
So it was Republican led or like
Well, I can tell you. Just give me a second. It was something for prosperity. Just take a second to find the
it's
emails.
interesting that the political parties are having to get into esports to like
that's
try to
actually
get
kinda cool.
voters in the future.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was their politician who was helping push the bill, and that's why they were involved. It was pretty cool. We were in the Capitol building. We were on the 2nd floor of the rotunda. It was really. I've never been in there before.
Watch the whole
play?
session, or?
Did y'all play or what?
Yeah, they got to play the whole time that we were there. The kids did, and then there was also like Senate and Congress meetings there that they were going and getting to like partake in.
Wait, they got to play what?
We played. They had a table of Smash Bros, a table of like Madden /2K.
So they actually got to play in the Capitol?
Yeah, they actually played there, and some people watched. Wow. One of my students, one of my seniors, Collier, he actually got interviewed by a news crew, and I asked the guy afterwards, I was like, "Did Collier do good?" He's like, "He did great." It's like he was born for this. Both of his parents are lawyers, and his dad ran for some political office like back in 2013 or something or 15, and so I was like, yeah, he was basically born for this. I gotta find when he sent it. There it is.
Were y'all the only school?
Americans for Prosperity. That's it. That's the group that paid for everything. And they
were y'all the only school that was there?
We were the only high school there. It was all college groups. It was.
That's neat.
Did y'all win?
Well, we weren't competing. It was just a social thing. Man, my kid, the best Smash Bros. Player in Arkansas was apparently there, but he wasn't playing people because I know Matt told me about it before. He's won enough tournaments. He's one of the best in the state. But man, the guys there were good. Like they were legit. They were what was currently the esports Arkansas scene, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, because we just had some. I think there were a couple guys just off the street because one of them. I actually talked to him. His name is Christian, and he actually runs like tournaments, I guess, somewhere in the Little Rock area, and invited a couple of my players to come and play. Of course, they live 2 hours away or hour and 20 minutes away. But I told him, I said, look, if you can make it work, do it for fun. It'll help improve. And I talked to Christian later. I was like, well, thank you, for talking to my students about it and stuff. It was pretty cool. I mean, he's like, this guy's like my age or younger. It's not like anything professional. He enjoys the game, and he hosts tournaments that have a buy-in, and then he provides the winner with a pot from the buy-in. It was just a cool experience. They got to learn a little bit about government, and then got to learn just do what they do, really, pretty much. And it was a fun experience.
That's great.
But yeah, so that was all this week, and that's been something I've been working on since like the beginning of January. So it was fun. It was fun to do. I'm glad we got to do it. We'll get to take part in that. Hopefully, if we're lucky, I'll get to take them all to Hendrix College is the one that's probably going to host it, but our fall fall season finals. Hopefully we'll get to go to that as well, and that'll be pretty much the bulk of our trips and stuff for this school year. I went by myself I went during the fall. The end of this season will be the spring season finals. Hopefully we'll get to go to that, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll have the team there. We'll see how that goes for the season. We actually start our season next week, and hopefully I'll have everything set up to start streaming some of the games.
What games have they added any new games, or what do y'all?
So there's been a lot of people that have been upset with adding games mid-season. So the super coach that's in my leadership team, they've told us that that Play Versus has kind of hinted at them there's new titles they want to add, but they're not going to do it in the middle of the school year because a lot of people were upset about that last year when they added 2K in the middle of the year. So they're not going to add anything this season. One of my hopes is that going into fall next year, they make Hearthstone a single solo title, because I've got a kid who really wants to play Hearthstone because he likes card games. He plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and stuff. But so hopefully they'll switch that up and make Hearthstone a solo title. But as of right now, they haven't added anything that I know of. I know there's some coaches on my leadership team that are trying to get Overwatch 2 approved, and we'll see how that goes. Because,
Is it a shooter?
it is. It technically falls under the shooter category. They actually removed the FPS, title to it when they made Overwatch 2. So if you actually look up Overwatch in like Wikipedia or something, it classifies it as a first-person shooter. But they reclassified Overwatch 2 because they wanted to kind of make it more of an esports title, and they wanted to be more accepting across the board. So it's actually not considered a first-person shooter, even though you're first person and things launch from you to them, but they're not guns always. Always. Some of them have guns.
I've heard Overwatch 2 is having a lot of balance issues.
I don't know anything about it. I didn't play. I know
But it's what Nathan plays.
Yeah,
And
no, they don't even have like the full roster from Overwatch 1 is what I definitely know about it. And actually that makes sense because a couple of times I've heard Matt and them talk about it. Things that are powerful in Overwatch 2 weren't in Overwatch 1 simply because of the roster at the time. They don't have the full roster of Overwatch 1 characters yet. So that would make sense that some play styles are more dominant simply because the answers to it that existed in the first game haven't made it into Overwatch 2 yet.
I know they're having two problems with two characters.
Tanks are like oppressive, I think, right now, among other things. And healing is just trash.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's one healer that has a alternate ability that when you use her alternate ability on a certain other character, it turns into a one-shot nuke on anyone. And they actually had to nerf that out.
Right.
Because it was literally the only play for the entire game.
Right. Yeah, it's dumb. Balance issues are a huge thing with esports, I'll say that. And that's what my kids just struggle to understand with sometimes. They'll be like, why don't they put Dragon Ball Z Fighters in the game? I was like, how many good characters in Dragon Ball Z Fighters? Well, there's Vegeta. That's why. Because everyone would just play Vegeta or lose. Because apparently the game is just super unbalanced. You're either Goku or Vegeta or one of the Goku or Vegeta variants, or you lose. And that's it. Because they're just super overtuned in that game. And it's like my kids don't understand that balancing is an important part of every game. And they were the same way with what was the one with Shaggy in it that just came out? Multiverse.
WBs.
Yeah, Multiverse. And they were like, well, when are we going to get it? I'm like, well, this game just came out. You have to give it some time to get something.
Is Dead by Daylight balanced?
I would never approve Dead by Daylight for
Well,
school.
yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it's... Yeah.
Dead by Daylight is considered
They have
killer-friendly,
tournaments.
but... Yeah, they do. I don't know. I think, are they like 5-man tournaments where one of your guys is a killer and then the rest is a team?
No, I think it's 4-man, and you have to just alternate who is the killers or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Just have somebody play
Or
a
maybe
killer.
they just have people who are just... You ought to have 2 tournaments going at the same time. You ought to have a killer tournament and a survivor tournament.
Well, I feel
you
like...
can't be in both brackets.
I feel like you should have a 5-person team and one of your team members is a dedicated killer who
and
has
gets
to
a
kill
number
the
of
other team.
points.
Yeah,
based
and
off
then
how many kills they
and
get.
you score points based off how your survivors do and how your killer does. I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. But is it balanced?
Well, I was watching a video, and Spooky Loop's opinion is the game is more boring now than it has been in his 2 years.
because of
because of the gen kick meta.
the gen kick meta.
And the gen kick meta is a direct response to the fast gen builds survivors have. So the game's sort of all over the place.
So, I mean, if you're running Gen Rush, if 4 people are running Gen Rush builds and someone's also running Gen Kick, a Gen Kick build, it could be balanced.
Yeah, the game would. I think the game is still. If all of your survivors, well, it's not actually all of them. You want 2 survivors running Gen Rush and 2 survivors running running to be chased, and then a Gen Kick killer. They'll do good. Like they'll probably score decent points. They will slow the game down under the condition that they can 3 gen. That's the killer build only works if the killer's map awareness and dedication towards the overall game and not the immediate game. The killer sets the pacing for almost every game.
That game we played against him. That's what they all wanted.
I knew about my 3 gen from the very beginning, and I made sure.
That's the only.
It.
I can't think. I don't know enough about the game to think about it that strategically.
The biggest problem I have is if I go, I am going to kill you. That means I'm also going to lose the game because even one deja vu person, or if I'm in a Swift and they're very aware of their map awareness is really good, they're not going to allow what I did. And I've had it plenty of times where I've tried my best.
See, I think I had deja vu against you. It just those were the last 3 gens that it showed
because
me.
you guys weren't keeping them. You should have said you should have kept them.
Well, those were the last 3 it gave us. We were breaking up 3 gens, and that was just the most powerful freaking 3 gen of ever. It was insane.
I think technically the house was a more powerful 3 gen in proximity, but I don't want anything to do with elevation when I'm trying to 3 gen. The only time elevation is okay for me is if it's like a hill and the gen's on top of the hill and I can drop off. Yeah. And it just means, okay, I got to loop around, but as long as I can leave there quick, I don't mind it as much, but I don't deal with houses. It's why I don't like the interior maps because I'm not good at I won't go, oh yeah, that's right. I can't go that way. I'm still going to go that way.
Yeah. I guess I don't know the maps good. I still don't know the maps. There's so many maps.
Yeah. I don't know any of the interior maps that good except Raccoon City. I know it fairly well.
Yeah. That's the only one I know.
Now I read someone just was playing the PTB and said that Eruption has gotten a major nerf. Yes, I did.
Oh, has it? Then that means we're going to go back to a survivor-friendly meta.
And then we're like a week away from getting a new killer, possibly?
I thought it was March when we're getting a new killer. Yeah. The next killer is going to be completely dark, so it's going to be good. If they nerf Eruption, it'll become a very survivor-sided map for the high levels of play.
What is the difference in Eruption and Jolt?
Jolt is when you knock someone down in proximity. Eruption,
I'm assuming they nerfed it by giving it a range.
probably.
Probably.
Eruption, you kick a gen, right? Is this Eruption? Or is this, I'm thinking of Overcharge. I don't know what Eruption is.
Nope.
No,
Eruption,
go, I'm thinking of Overcharge. What's Eruption?
Eruption, when you kick a gen, you mark it. All marked gens blow up with no range. It's just marked gens blow up as soon as you hook somebody.
Okay. Because
And
last night
anybody on the gen can't work on it for 20 or 25 seconds.
Yeah.
So 3 effects.
The ones where the entity surrounds them. Well, last night.
No, they're incapacitated. They can't heal.
Oh, and it has the sparks flying out of them.
No, the players.
It's a symbol on you.
Oh, okay.
The players themselves can't interact for the next 20 seconds.
Because me and Malachi were playing last night. Hey! Me and Malachi were playing last night, and I was getting a explosion when somebody got knocked down. I was getting an explosion when somebody went on the hook.
That's 2 separate perks. That's
Okay. It was making me so mad. It was just.
Well, it could have been pain resonance, yeah.
Scourge hook pain resonance, right? I think that may not be the right name, but there's a hook where it's one of the white hooks. When they get hooked on it, it blows the highest progression.
And then is there also a thing where a doctor, when he shocks you, you can't pull a pallet down?
That's every shock. That's every shock the doctor does.
Okay, I didn't realize that until last night. I ran through a pallet. He was right behind me. I tried to drop the pallet. It wouldn't, and my dude climbs in a dang locker that was right there.
Yeah. You can't vault, and you can't pallet stun.
I was getting
for
so
like
mad
2
last
seconds
night.
after you get shocked.
I could not tell you the last time I escaped. Don't know.
Wait.
Me and Malachi played probably 6 or 8 games last night. I didn't escape a single time.
Well, after the last time we played, which was Friday when you weren't there, I had I played over the weekend. After that, I had a escape with Jill and a pull a lever with Ada, and it took me, I think, 8 games to accomplish those 2 things.
Are we up in a high bracket right now or something? Is that what it is?
I don't. My survivor, my killer.
I
MMR
never win, so I should be farmed down to whatever is the lowest.
Well, when your team does good, your MMR doesn't struggle. So you're in a team.
Yeah. Well,
When that's why I've actually heard like some of the streamers and stuff, Oxdarva and them, they'll end up in a game and the killer just won't do anything. And the speculation is that they're trying to lower their MMR, most likely because they're a streamer and they want to go against bad people so they can get good content.
Hey, that King Wolf dude, He's a horrible survivor. I think he plays nothing but Ash games and against horrible killers. Like he brags.
He's a killer main though, isn't he?
He's a killer main.
Yeah. I'm a horrible survivor too. So
He's a bad
He's a killer.
survivor. But he acts like he's the best, but he's playing really bad killers.
Right.
Well, he only records and shows him going
Yeah.
up against.
I always know if they swing and miss me when I'm running, I'm like, I didn't juke you. You just screwed up. I still got to get better on the dead hards, and then I've got to stop relying on my lunge. I relied on it a lot to get early injuries with my knight, and now I'm struggling at using just the regular swipe because it's so much faster. That if I screw up my lunge, I'll miss and then they're gone, and it's bad. I've relied too much on the killer lunge attack for
I
myself.
still love Dead by Daylight. Did we want to ask him about his hand thing? He told me at the next D&D game, but he said
the thing where
in
you
the
can't
game-
turn your wrists over? We talked in the game about it. Oh, that was on the console. Yeah. I guess.
No,
Also,
has anyone
Anthony's
played Hogwarts
rough.
Legacy?
I got sorted and had to turn it off. I haven't had any time because
I want to play it. My wife will let me buy it. Shame.
It's beautiful. I'll say that.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I've bought it. I've not had time to start
If
it.
you want to get canceled, that's the game to play, apparently.
Everyone's playing it.
Because J.K. Rowling owns Harry Potter.
Oh.
It's bad, dude. It's
I'll
bad.
buy it tonight. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, literally, I bought it like 2 months ago
I
for
told
exactly
Cynthia, I
that
was like,
reason.
this is the best reason to
Stream
buy
it.
I've not even had time to
Hey,
play
I
it.
say that. I looked on Twitch the other day. 500,000 people were watching people play, and 250,000 people were playing. So
I think it broke like all the Twitch records.
People
it
are.
also is the best-selling game of all time.
Already?
Pre-release, I believe.
I think a lot of people are probably waiting to buy it to see because launches are so disappointing now. It's like
I'll tell you, that's the after Gotham Knights. I was like, I'm not gonna trust that game to pre-order it. Like, I'm gonna have.
I did. This is the first game I've pre-ordered in a long, long time.
I don't pre-order
I didn't see
anything.
any. What did you get?
What? Oh! I got. I'm gonna have a Thestral eventually as a mount, and I got some cosmetic that I haven't got any.
Can you play online with people?
No.
It's
No,
solely.
single player.
Wow.
Man, this game just got a lot more interesting.
Seth loves his solo play.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. I have been getting so mad. Okay, I told you I've been playing Need for Speed. They tried to create like this social network inside the game. And like when you're in a game, there's multiple people on the same server. So you got 4 or 5 guys also driving around the map with you. And you're all doing different races. But these guys, I don't know if they're getting on there and trolling or if they're getting on there and they just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I have lost multiple races where I'm in the lead, I come around a curve and a random player smashes me head on. And I get so mad.
Are you sure it's not one of the guys in your race who went backwards
No.
around?
Oh, that's what I figured
Like,
was
you're
happening.
not racing with real players. You can invite them to your race, but if you're just playing main story missions and races, they're just out there. And if you're drifting around a turn and a dude comes out of the blue and just T-bones you.
Do you have no way to like turn off the network? Turn off?
Yeah, you have to have a connection to play, and also the server goes down like every 45 minutes, and then you have to restart the
See,
game.
I do not like solo games that require always online
Yeah,
connection.
me neither. That's what made me so mad.
You can even.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Turn off network play like that for like Dark Souls and stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's
Well, I haven't figured out a way to on Need for Speed.
You can't just like.
And it's such a good racing game, and I've had multiple races lost. I'm talking races that are like 5-6 minutes long, like time trials and stuff, and I'll have a wreck because of another player.
See, I've returned
It's self-realistic,
games
AJ. Think about it. You're just drifting in your car in the real world, and there's a car there.
Yeah, but normally it wouldn't be somebody driving 80 miles an hour in the opposite direction. Up a mountain.
Looking to hit you.
And what they'll do is like there's places out in the map where you like perform different challenges, like hit 200 miles an hour in through this certain area, or drift, get a certain amount of points for a drift around this turn. So they're out there trying to do these speed challenges where I'm trying to win a race. So they're just like spamming around a corner. I came around, took like a freeway exit the other day, come around the corner. All the dudes that were on the same server as me were just messing around in the middle of this curve, just cutting donuts in the middle of the road. It was 4 or 5 guys. It's like, get out of the way. It's so bad, and the game's so good. Careful over there. That's dangerous. Tyrell, you got anything to say? Tyrell hasn't said a word. My bad. We talk too much, Ty. Sorry.
I haven't really found a game that I've been excited about playing in a while. Not like new, anyway.
But you saw that Oblivion is now on
Yeah, I was
PlayStation
looking at, I
Plus.
seen that.
Oblivion.
No, Oblivion.
Just Oblivion.
You can stream it if you have premium.
It's on the stream. Yeah, I don't know if my internet's the issue or if it's just they don't seem to work very good.
It's internet.
Okay. Because I've had some
I
of them
wanted to do
before.
Thieves in Time because I never beat Thieves in Time, and it's
It's weird that you could play online and play a game online and it's fine, but then
when
you go
try
to stream
it's just
one.
you're all of the megabytes of that game you're having to stream
Yeah.
that much. Yeah.
I did notice that you can wish list it, so I'm kind of wondering if they're going to release it later on or something, because it wasn't on there before, but they're allowing you to wish list it now.
I don't know why if you could stream it, why they can't just put it on there for you to download it. I can understand some people wanting to stream games. It ought to be an option.
Yeah, I don't know either. Why?
I think they want you to get their premium service. I think that's just encouraging people to get the premium service.
Well, that's fine. Like, you're
Is the
getting more
mid-
games for different things.
Does the
I don't mind
mid-tier
which
not
one you-
have the streaming?
I don't. I mean, I would have to know more.
I thought top tier, the only extra thing you get is the old games. The classic.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't really either. I was real excited about that, and then there's no good games on there. Seems
Nothing
like
I
kind of
haven't already
trash.
played and don't care to play again.
I figured that's what Anthony would want. He'd want to go back and play Siphon Filter and
Resident Evil 1.
Jack and Daxter.
I have
and-
those games. I have them.
Yeah.
He paid really high bucks for that. Instead
Yeah,
of,
the thing is, Anthony still has all the old systems and working controllers and all that, so he
Why
can
would
just.
I play Siphon Filter when I can play Siphon Filter 2
I have.
on the 2-disc set for PlayStation?
Did you play that?
I haven't, of course.
What is that like? Is it kind of like?
It's like Metal Gear Solid if somebody in
yeah.
America made it.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. It reminded me of like Splinter Cell. Like Splinter Cell.
Not, I mean, Splinter Cell.
more like
If Metal Gear Solid was Tom Clancy,
What about Tom Clancy?
if Metal Gear Solid was actually Tom Clancy, then yeah, that'd be Siphon
Tom
Filter.
Clancy games are really good,
They're,
but they're all. It seems, I don't know. They're good, then they're not.
With me, they're really hit and
Is that
He
Ghost
loves
Recon is Tom
Wildlands,
Clancy's, isn't it?
Right? Is it Wildlands?
Wildlands, yes. Wildlands is really fun. It's just like there's not, to me, it's so big. There's not enough content. I say that like there's just not enough stuff
Mass
in the
Effect.
world.
Or it's like you're
Just a
playing
big
Assassin's
empty
Creed like
planet.
the first one.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff to do, but it seemed like all
I
the
love-
stuff to do was.
The first Assassin's Creed is my
It's
favorite
good.
one.
I'm not debating that it's good. I'm just saying there's a lot of area to go, but a little bit of.
now, that's
content.
something interesting
Yeah.
for PlayStation Plus is they have like this agreement with Ubisoft right now, and I wonder if they're going to do that with other companies.
They've got
and bring
Ubisoft
all
Plus.
of their games just like they've done Ubisoft. That'd be cool if they.
Talking
really
about because
started-
they've got like the Ubisoft Plus or whatever.
Yeah, just
It's
yeah,
like
their
a
entire
separate
roster. Yeah,
streaming thing.
Yeah. No, it's just every Assassin's Creed game. Every,
Yeah, it's the Ubisoft collection.
Yeah.
You don't.
I wonder
pay
if they're
more
gonna
for it.
like do that for 6 months, a year, and then switch to another company and let you. That'd
That
be really
would be cool.
That would be cool.
Ubisoft makes really good games. But to play Need for Speed, there are no racing games. I had to buy EA Play to play a racing game. There's not any hardware.
That's what any EA game, including is it all Ubisoft games? EA, you have to have that EA account or whatever to like play
for the Ubisoft ones.
It's called Uplay account.
You have to make it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to make a WB account for Hogwarts Legacy, and then from that you link over your the whatever Wizarding World account. So I actually saw my house, my wand. They don't pull over your Patronus, thank God, because mine's a pheasant.
If it's a pheasant, Dustin, it's going to be a pheasant in the game as well.
No, there is no Patronus thumb, which I'm very happy about.
So you're not a happy enough person to be able to cast.
Did
Expecto Patronum.
Ubisoft make Hogwarts?
No, it was WB.
WB.
I keep seeing footage like different like shorts and stuff on YouTube from Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and I was giving that game crap. I never played it because I everything I saw from when it first released was it was just like you fighting mechs, like drones.
Oh, really?
That's what it looked like. It's drones and mech type stuff. But apparently there's a lot more human based enemies.
If I was going to ask for my own dad, you would be my dad.
What is going on? What is that?
A surprise tool for later.
Did Kyle make that?
No, tape made it.
Is that a map for
He's
our
had
game?
that for 4 months probably.
Okay, we're shutting this down because I want to go look at that. Yeah, check out Tiger Skull RPG, who is back to making miniatures.
All right.
And check us out. Give us.
Bye.
Go ahead, Dustin.
Unfortunately, we've already missed all of the OGL, and it's all been wrapped up, and it's all good. And some people will go back to Wizards, some people won't. But I guess we won't worry about that too much since it's all done now.
Yeah. Did it kill D&D anyway though?
Did it? That is the argument. It killed it for a lot of people, but not everybody.
Do something like this for a long time.
Yeah, well, they're in the middle of working on 5.5, so who knows what's going to happen now with that? Whatever it's called. D&D next.
I wonder if one D&D is just going to be full of microtransactions.
If it is, I'm done. All right, and close.